understanding property taxes. Tell us about where you see people go wrong with that.
Yeah, I mean, I know that I know every city is different, but in Chicago and probably every little suburb is different too. And that's the thing is people don't understand what's happening in one part of the city might be different in the other, or in a different neighborhood, different suburb. Property taxes are different. And just again using Dallas as an example, there are certain suburbs that are 2%, and there's some that are 4%, and that will affect your pro forma for sure. Another thing is that the property taxes get reassessed. So sometimes when you buy that property, you are paying the property taxes on sort of the non-renovated property. Once it's renovated and it's reassessed, your taxes could go up. So I know Chicago's kind of got different. There's some of that, but good property manager. Well, I don't know. Are you guys able to negotiate the property taxes?
Yeah, so we offer, so kind of in my, whenever I'm talking to somebody out of state, even people local too, just getting into it, I always tell them, listen, you got your taxes here. You got to make sure, one, you're buying them right, or those are the right tax you're buying. You're not buying stuff with a senior freeze, but you have to make sure we have in place, whether it be you're letting us do it for you, or if you're doing it yourself, you have to be contesting these property taxes every year. You only get relief maybe 2 out of 5 years, but it'll definitely make up for the years you don't on the couple that you do. So here in Cook County or Illinois, however you want to word it, it's crucial to be contesting those every single year here.
And is that something you offer? That's a service you offer?
Yeah. No, that's something we use an attorney that does it, but I think for a small fee, we handle all the paperwork and the facilitation of it. So
it's just business as usual there, right?
That's kind of, you try not to word it that way, but when you're here, you're used to it. You got to pay the attorney to get them knocked down so you could pay the attorney again a couple of years later. So
we don't have that in California. Again, it's so different. That's why it's confusing to Californians, is we have, and it could change, believe me, it could change, but you're locked in, and your property taxes only go up incrementally every year, even if the property value went up substantially. So people they don't know to expect that or prepare for that when they buy, and it should be in the pro forma, but it doesn't, because a lot of these neighborhoods don't go up in value so dramatically in Chicago. It's really not that big of a problem as it would be in California.
Yeah. For people out of state, if they want to know more about the taxes, look at cookcountypropertyinfo.com, and we'll link to it in the show notes. But that will give you'll find out if there's exemptions there. You'll find out if there's a senior freeze, so you can back into what the number is really going to be, and you'll see what you're getting assessed at. And then you'll know that number and say, okay, like given everywhere else in the neighborhood, I have a good job of appealing. You should appeal every single time, as Mark said, but you can kind of get some of your data in order to be like, okay, it really makes sense of those numbers. Because you'll see a lot of times on a pro forma, the taxes from 2018 on there. And it's drastically different now, right? Like you're setting yourself up for failure by undershooting the taxes from the get-go, and then they're going up on you from there. Yeah, so exactly. That I would definitely go on that site every single time and figure out what you should be paying in taxes, all right, what the true rate is, and not what the broker's selling you.
We also have to link to that landlord horror story about permitting too in Oakland. We'll link to that. I'm curious to read that article.
Yeah, it was a terrible and tragic thing, but you just don't get greedy. Don't get greedy and start making all these rooms in a house that are not permanent. And